So now we're a few weeks in, the market's started to settle a little bit more now. We can start to see the likes of Saliba still at 224, but then we've got players that are dropping drastically. For instance, someone like a Haaland, his price nowadays has definitely gone down, 134. Obviously when he started the game was looking at around about 200 after the first week into champs. So I thought, let's have a look at a few squads. We have got onto Footbin and there is a community section where we can have a look per price basically. So we're going to have a look at a few of them and kind of go through each rating. You can see that we've got from 20 to 50k, 50 to 100, under 200 to 500, and then all the way up to a mil. So we'll pick one or two from each category and just see where we could improve, if the players are decent, and who you should actually have starting on. So the first one that I had a look at was this one. Now, when we look at 50,000 coins, that is very hard to get. Like, obviously, we see something like Renato Sanchez here. That is an evolution. There is some things that you can't really kind of go with here with him because obviously that pricing technically would be more than this whole SBC. So if you have got a free evolution of him, then that kind of fits into the category as well. If you need coins in FC25, Lootbar.gg has you covered. They are the cheapest trading platform on the game, 8 to 10% cheaper than any others, 8% off if you use the code JT11 at the end at checkout, plus you get 5% extra on coins. With the fastest delivery system going, used by many FC25 creators such as Zorki, Manny Plus, and even Pro owners. So if you need any coins, head over to lootbar.gg, make sure JT11's in the promo code, and hopefully you enjoy. But we can see within this, we are using a lot of objective players. We've obviously got the Otamendi, we've got some squad foundations, and a bit of Italian/Portuguese league links. Lookman, don't know if I'd quite go as a champs striker. Victor definitely will be. Dybala, never a bad shout. And then even the back line could do something, but it's not going to be 100% satisfied here. I think 50k is going to be very difficult to try and get to. Even when you look at kind of, this is what you'd be looking at, like a Prem. This guy's gone Saudi, which is fair enough because you have got the likes of Conte. You've got a bit of French links with Coleman with a rapid plus. You've obviously got Diaby with a quick step plus as well. Back line, Upamecano definitely can do a job. Koulibaly, not terrible. Cancelo's good. Obviously, Delo's good. Pope in net, 6'6", not too much of an issue. So that's probably one of the most standard teams that you could find. If we can have a look at one more, we'll look at Spanish-Italian, I'm assuming. Oh, okay, yeah. So you got a couple of evolutions. Olmo, the midfield could do with some work. Neres is definitely not going to be good enough on that left-hand side. Aspas, iffy, very iffy. Keane's not a bad shout. Obviously, Yamal, you could go with an evolution for him. Loriente is going to be decent. Again, I think 50k would be a bit of a struggle now, especially if you have done 1, 2, 3 weeks of champs, squad battles and rivals. You should have more than 50k worth of value with what coins we actually get. So this is going to be a very much, you have just started the game today. Let's have a look into the 100k then. So we're going to go Premier League. That's what I like to see. Always easier to rank them. That's 100k, really. I suppose Odegaard's 26. He's got the incisive. I think the midfield definitely needs some work. I'd have probably got rid of Palmer, put Odegaard in that position, and then gone for somebody more based in that role. If I go for the other screen to have players. So say if we was to look at, who should we go with? We'll keep it Prem because obviously that's going to be where they're going personally, and links is just going to be much easier. Into kind of like, we need like a CDM properly there in that position. So if we're looking at it, if we're thinking we got 5k to play with, Bruno Gomes, Joelinton would be good, but it was purely based on the evolution, but that did cost. Tonali, if you could spring an extra 10 to 15k, would be a great shout to fit in there. Kovacic, obviously they've got. Enzo is not really. Caicedo, if you're looking for cheap options there, wouldn't be a bad shout. Felix, with an evolution later on down the line, would be good. I like James. And Nkunku being a sole striker, maybe not. I would be looking at a Watkins. Backline, Trent should do well. Robertson should do all right. Ederson's fantastic. I think the keeper is a nail-on position when you get into the higher rating because you have Ederson, Alisson, Courtois, maybe Oblak, Ter Stegen, Donnarumma. They're kind of like the main keepers that you should see. If you pay that price, that's it. Like you don't need to change a keeper then. So if you can get them either untradeable or pay for them, then that is that position sold for like the next team of the year practically. Everybody else, Ake's not bad for a starter. Gabriel will do a bit of business. You definitely want to be looking to upgrade as quick as possible, but definitely not a bad Prem team. Let's have a look at number 1 here. I don't know what qualifies as number 1, if this is created 14th for the 10th. I suppose there's no date order. I don't know if this is just most viewed or anything. We have got Williams. This is also the other one. The pre-order heroes. It just depends on who you got. But we have got Ter Stegen. We've got Tar, Grimaldo, Kimmich, and Upamecano. That's not a bad back line. I think that could really work. Kimmich is definitely the iffy one with the pace, but you could definitely work with him at the moment. We then got Moreno, definitely not a right wing. I wouldn't bother there. Unless you've got some sort of power shot plus from that side, it's not going to work. Kind of like a balanced midfield, really. Kane up front could do a bit of business. We got Bastoni in the back line here. This is what I expect. I expect a bit more tower room. I expect, obviously, Victor. A lot of the Serie A guys are quite cheap, especially with a lot of the SBCs we've been getting. But I think it might go up a bit more in value. You'd be looking around the 200k for that. If we go, we got Donnarumma, current squad, Donnarumma. We got Colomuani with the Ultimate Edition evolution. I like it. Donnarumma, Marquinhos, Davies, Hakimi, Konate, Sabitzer, Kante, Kimmich, Adeyemi. I mean, that's fantastic. It's balanced across the back line, which is nice. You've got 2 very solid centre backs. Wing backs are brilliant at pace. Obviously, the midfield. Kimmich would be the only one I'd be looking at changing maybe, but I don't know if that's the Bayern links he needs or the German links for both of Adeyemi and also Davies. I'd be maybe looking at a Goretzka, even though he's technically a worse rating. Conte is going to be the holding DM. Sabitzer's not too bad on the ball. You've obviously got very fast wingers and Colomuani being quite a target striker. I like that one. That one's decent. We've got 100k Dream Team. We are looking... Okay, this is not bad. So we got Ortega in net. I'm assuming that's for the links. Now, you could get away without the links. You get a German manager in Prem, you should be fine. I'd be then changing that. Even changing it to Neuer or changing it to Ederson if you need the Man City links. I think that would be fine. Just adds an extra 20k value on. Pedro Porro, not bad. Ake, not terrible. Schlotterbeck's not awful. Davis is good. Garcia, solid for the price. Kimmich in that DM role with no Conte is fine. Bernardo Silva is going to be a ball carrier. Malin's decent off the right. Sancho, you could... Who could you go different? Obviously, he wants Prem. I don't think there's any links required there. So he's got the free chemistry as well. So if we went for left, let's go left wing and left mid in the Prem. We are looking. Let's go by price order as well. Go the other way. So we're looking, he's got English and also Chelsea. So I'm thinking if we go a bit further down, Diaz, Rashford obviously are good options. Doku could be a little bit quicker potentially. He's got the Rapid Plus as well. Potentially just an extra 7k value is not going to be terrible. Obviously got Martinelli if you're looking for just pace. Jota's got a bit more about him and ball carrying. Gakpo, more of a striker this year. Trossard, not feeling it. So there is options. You've definitely got options there. Even going for like a Felix with an evolution. I don't think Sancho can fit into any evolution. Oh, can? Ah, okay, yeah, you can fit into that one, but realistically, that don't count. That's just a free give me one. And then Boniface up front, not terrible. So, okay, decent. Then we move up to the 200 to 500k. We'll try and do kind of a flex between, because this is quite a gap in between. So if we go console down, I'm hoping... If we go around... Okay, this is going to take... Now, we're going to have to do the bottom and then top. So we've got Foot Lions to start with. Let's have a look. Ooh, very similar team. We got Ortega and net again. Is there something I don't know? We got Gusto. We got Todibo at West Ham. Obviously, the attack's very similar. He's got Malin in the middle now. He's got Sane and Inform Adeyemi. Clearly where a lot of the budget's gone. You could argue you could go... No, I was going to say, you could bring Adeyemi on the right if you went for... No, because you need the 2 strikers, don't you? I was going to say, you could go with like a 4-2-4, but it's the second striker that they're going with here. I was like, Adeyemi's nice. You could potentially... No, because it'd bring out a midfield. Of course it would. Yeah, because none of these can play. I suppose Bernardo Silva could play right wing, but he can't. Yeah, no, he can't. So you can't go... Yeah, ignore me. You can't. I was thinking how you could get like maybe Coman instead of Sane. Get Adeyemi on the other side or as a striker. What you could do is go a 4-4... No, it wouldn't work. It depends where Coman can go, actually. That's going to be a big one. Because I just think with a rapid plus might be better than Sane. Coman can play right mid, left wing. Adeyemi can play striker. We can go right wing for Malin. So you could go Adeyemi up front. You could go Coman on the left. And then Malin on the right, and then switch Malin and Coman at the end, and then that would give you the links to get them and also take Sane out and put another rapid plus in, if you wanted. I think that could be a nice one. Got Bellingham. What price is that? 200k. Bellingham's 200k. But it's 18k. Clearly, I was going to say, there's no way that's right. But in terms of the team, I might as well go Lunin, obviously. Again, you could go with Courtois as an extra bonus there. You'd be looking at Rudiger for Lenormand. Lucas Vasquez is fine. Schlotterbeck, Davies, fine. Oberdorf, not a bad CDM. Pace-wise, could be an issue, especially with Modric in the midfield as well. Bellingham's unbelievable in the middle. Adeyemi, Benzema, Diaby, cracking attack, most definitely. If we look then, so let's go to the 500 just because this is where I think a lot of people would be looking. If you're looking at 500k split between 11 players, it's 45,000. If we was to take off say 40k, so it makes it 460, divide that by 10, you're looking at 46,000 per position. That's really not terrible. Mappy Leon, really? 3 at the back, okay, that's interesting. Saka, Mead, Gundogan, Bernardo. That's a very weird team to have. You've got Smolarek up front on the left. Unless he changes in game at some point, that would be very difficult to manage. I don't like 3 at the backs anyway. Let me know if you do. I personally, as much as 5 at the backs are ratty as ever, they are a lot easier to defend with. But I just like my standard 4-4-2 or 4-4 or 4-3-3. Then we look into this team. Then we got Ter Stegen, Arejo, Balde. You got the Chelsea Bajon. Rolfo, obviously Swedish links. You've got Sammy Kerr, James. Hemp, De Jong, Pajor very good with the rapid, and Patry. Obviously with Patry, it's a little bit more difficult now, as obviously the long ball plus is, it's not patched, and it's definitely still works, but the accuracy is not like pinpoint every time how it used to be, but that's a solid build up for me. Then if we move down, we got Alisson in this one. Let's have a look. We got our first icon. We got Jean-Anna Risse. Probably wouldn't go with him, to be honest. 168 I think is a bit much, but clearly a lot of these people may have either just packed them. It's not necessarily they're going to buy them, because realistically with everybody else, I wouldn't be paying 168 and 161 and then having a 650 coin striker. Like Watkins is not going to break the bank there. Alisson, great for 40k. Delo's decent, would upgrade to Walker. Obviously Virgil and Saliba seem to be the best in the Prem, but Konate's getting evolutions. Ake eventually will. Rice as a holding mid. McAllister with a bit more pace will be fantastic. Obviously Odegaard, Palmer pushing the ball forward. It's very balanced. It's a nice team. We got Serie A Premier League? Yeah, we got Mignan, fair enough. We got Tomori with, I don't even know what evolution. What evolution could Tomori go into? He's got far too much pace. Granted, you can still put him in evolutions. He just doesn't go up. Yeah, we got, there literally is this. We've got the Sprint Supreme is the only one he can go into, and it doesn't give him any bonus. It's purely to make him into an evolution card. Fair enough. Thuram and Thuram, great SBCs. Rui Costa could have been from the hero upgrade. Obviously, Martinelli in form, Undogi, cracking left back, Van der Ven, unbelievable centre back. Obviously, Chiesa's there, Rice is there, Walker's there as well. That's a very good team for the price you're paying, if it's right. Tot it up and see if that's the price, because we've clearly seen that it doesn't always work like that. A bit of Salah and Griezmann, eh? Okay, we got Guti. We got Joel Linton. If that's going to be the evolution that I'm doing currently with him, that's like 65,000 or 1,000 points. So that's a one to look at. We've obviously got Konate in there, Nuno Mendes, Marquinhos Delo, Oblak. Guti is his pre-release hero. Martinelli, Griezmann, Salah, solid. Bit of Alvarez in the middle there. Beautiful team. Very, very nice. And if we'll go... Who else? We got anybody else that looks decent? We've got Diani. Ooh, we got here then. We got Griezmann, Diani. Ooh, 5 at the back. Everyone's going to love this one. So we got Mignan, Gusto, Konate, Tomori, Bremer, Batcher. Fantastic backline. Thuram, Barella, Saint, Griezmann, Diani. Solid. Very, very solid. For the price you're paying, it's decent. We've got Haaland in this one. We've got Sesko, good striker with Haaland. Only issue maybe having 2 bigger strikers. Sometimes I always find it's nice to have like almost like an outlet from your hold-up striker. Haaland's great at pushing through, but it is nice having someone like a Griezmann, someone like a kind of like a Messi build, someone smaller, maybe a bit more pace. You could even go as far as 6 foot, but when you're looking at like 6'4", and I'm pretty sure Sesko's up there as well at 6'5", it's very big hit me strikers, and with no winger outlay here, maybe you could go for like one of them and have kind of wingers off them. Could be a shout, but backline, Mendy, Frimpong, Ake, Gravado, Koch, Galaski and net would definitely look at a different goalkeeper. Musiala, Camavinga and Bruno. I get that they're obviously probably pushing up Musiala and Bruno, then having Camavinga kind of staying in the middle, having like almost that 4 up front, 1 staying back and 6 on the back line with Camavinga. It could work. It definitely could work. We've got Saudi Brazilian. Am I seeing a bit of Neymar? Of course. Seeing Courtois. Oh God, in for Militao. Frimpong, Garcia, Kim Min Jae, Cancelo. We got James in the middle. Diani, Kerr, Neymar, and Tchouaméni. I mean, it's definitely not terrible. I weren't entirely convinced with Neymar, to be honest with you. I thought he was good. Like, he's definitely great for the price he is now. When he was 200k, I really weren't getting the Neymar pick-me vibe, to be honest. So, interesting one, nonetheless. We have one more look. We'll go we'll go page 3. We will look at a bit of Virgil. You can never go wrong with it. I mean, you can not play the whole team, and there you go. But that's terrible. Let's have a look at another one then. Have we got anybody interesting we could look at? We got Bellingham again. Well, we know he's 230. Ooh, okay. We got another 5 at the back. We got Trent, Koyonde, Diaz, Tomori, Baude. Unbelievable. Edison in net. Pedri, Bellingham. Fantastic. Hemp, James, and Medina. James is good. I wasn't solely convinced with Medina. I think she's good for what stats she's got at the moment, but I wasn't convinced as a solo striker. Hemp, not terrible down the wing. Obviously got the pace, good amount of dribbling. Shooting's going to be a bit more lacking. So it would be nice to maybe have like a Rashford there if I could just not talk about chemistry. Just to then maybe have like a power shot. Obviously Griezmann's always nice for his finesse. Could be the option you could go with there. So let's go into the big boys then. 1 million coins, which, funnily enough, isn't actually that much nowadays. If you think of how much rewards we get from squad battles, rivals and champs, if you manage to get a respectable rating in all of them, say you get Gold 1, you get Division 4, Division 5 in rivals, that is, and then say you get like 6 to 8 wins in champs, you could probably make 1 million coins worth of packs and coins in probably under a month, maybe, give or take. You might even have a decent month there, but there is a lot that you can get coins and packs from now. So then we have Virgil at 340, fair value. He's, again, like a keeper. If you get him, he's there, done. Like that's it. You don't need to change that centre back probably until like team of the season. Like, he is that good in the game. He's unbelievable again. Militao, fantastic. Mendy, brilliant. Walker, brilliant. Bellingham, good. Brilliant. I didn't want to say it again. Rodri, with the defensive attributes and a good midfield around him, is going to be fantastic at holding the line. Camavinga's decent enough. Would look at maybe a Tchouaméni upgrade, but he might have him for a specific role ++. Yamal, decent enough. I still want a better version. Obviously, the inform would be better with the player of the month instead, but not by much. We want a bigger upgrade. Chiesa up front wouldn't suggest. I think maybe he might swap in with Rashford. I think Rashford could do it with a power shot plus glitch at the moment, but it's still very questionable up front there. We've got Bonmati in this one. We have got very La Liga with a bit of Dembele on there. We've got Hakimi, we've got Courtois, Koundé, Rudiger, Rolfo. Fantastic. Patrick Bonmati. That was my midfield at the start of the game. Dembele is unbelievable on the wing. Love him as ever. 5-star, 5-star. Rapid plus. Links with Griezmann really well. Nico Williams is good. Salma with a power shot, I suppose, with the evolution. Not terrible whatsoever. So decent team. Is that coming in? 7-16. Okay, that makes more sense. We've got Bellingham with a bit of Serie A. And a bit of Prem as well. What chemistry we got here? We've got... Where's the chemistry? Did it say on here? Where's Bellingham with the... What did I click on? Oh, here. It's got 28. Okay, that makes sense. I was going to say, that's going to be a lot of links there. Mignan, Tomori, Hakimi, Koundé, Nuno Mendes, De Jong, Bellingham, Jota, Danjuma, Diaz, and Brahim. Maybe look at, like, eventually an upgrade for someone like Rodrigo would be a shout there. Obviously, Vinny would be the shout on the left-hand side. I'm just thinking, with these two, I get that they've probably done the SBC for Jota, so that's kind of where they're at with it. But potentially Chiesa as well might not be a bad shout, but one chemistry could do better. I'd possibly even go with maybe a Nunez change for Danjuma unless he's getting links elsewhere, just to add that Liverpool link to get an extra chem. I think that would be a better option in my opinion. We then go sellout. What do we got here? Oh, yeah, of course. They're just clicking random people. We got a bit of... Ooh, we got Varane in this. Ooh, nice. Okay, so we got the two Turams, we got Varane. That's why I was expecting a lot of Serie A teams, but obviously Varane's coming in at 430, so he'll take a lot of the budget of a 500k team. Got Tchouaméni, Rodrigo, Griezmann, Neymar, Bremer, Mignan, and Cancelo. Good links, obviously, with Cancelo. We've got Brazilians in there for Neymar as well. Very, very nice team. He's gone for the 4-2-4. Would imagine that could drop into a 4-4-2 as well if he needed that extra support. Brilliant. And then if we go for the final team before we go up, we got Wirtz in this one. So we got Gully, got Thuram, Godfrey is another one obviously, and Varane. So that's a great one. We could obviously go Mignan in here. Mendy's going to be a great shout. Obviously, Boy, I want to say is how you pronounce his name. Got Wirtz, Musiala, St. Max, Thuram, Gully. Great. Very good for utilising the SBCs. Obviously, St. Max, Thuram, Godfrey and Varane are all SBCs, which is perfect. So that's very, very good use of fodder. And then we'll have a look at a couple of the big boy teams. We'll have a look at 2 to 5 mil. This 5 to 10 is just crazy. But this is where we're going to start to see a lot of icons, a lot of heroes. Vinny obviously everywhere. Vinny's going to take most of the budget here. We've obviously got, I was going to say Hansen in the right-hand side. Putellas, Rejo, Saliba, Son, Griezmann, Trent even in there. Fantastic work. We'll go... Everyone's going to have Vinny, of course they are. We've got Vinny up front, 2.6 mil. Oh, pretty much everybody else is pretty standard. Like, once you've got that back line, like, I think if you was to go for a standard sort of team, you'd be looking at somebody like... This would be kind of the team I personally would build if you had the budget just to get the standard gold team. Like, you don't need any others in this. So we go Walker right back. We've got Mendy left back. Because pretty much once you get to this level, then you kind of then just need like the icons to upgrade or wait for better upgrades. If we go for, we'll go with 4-3. Yeah, we'll keep with a 4-3-3. Centre mid should be fine. We'll go in the left hand side. Who do we go? We go Bellingham's obviously got to be in there. I think that's going to be a standard. We'd be looking at Vinny's quite expensive for just a standard team. If you was to go at like you're looking at a mega team, then maybe you're looking a little bit kind of less there. If we was to go, I think because I've got Rashford there at the moment, just purely on the power shot plus kind of glitch. Liao at 442. Liao's good, but his price would again come in quite expensive. I'm thinking, don't want to really go Rafinha there, to be honest. Vinny's like the go-to shout there. But I think if I was going for it then, we'll go with kind of the team that I've got at the moment. We'll go Rashford, but we'll go with an evolution for him. We'll go Magic Knights. That obviously puts him up to 85. Up front, I'd probably be looking at a Griezmann, a Haaland, someone on that side. Right-hand side would be looking at Rodrigo. Again, he's coming in at 91. Then to link everybody together, I think if you're looking Prem, Tonale, kind of Rodri would work. And then in the other mid, who else do we need Chem for? We've got the La Liga Chem. We need a Prem. So I'm thinking if we go position, we go League, we go Popular Prem. We would be looking, because we've got Tonale for the kind of defensive unit. We've then got Bellingham for kind of the box-to-box. You could argue like a KDB would be more than fine. That would be enough to get you by for a while. Like it's 1.3, 1.4 mil, give or take. That will get you through for quite some time. And then we start upgrading. The icon packs, the hero packs, maybe some upgrades. You start to see an upgrade for Van Dijk, an upgrade for Bellingham, maybe even a rush Griezmann. Maybe there's some evolutions that come out that kind of take the position. But that team, for right now, takes you for quite some weeks. And granted, it's 1.4 mil, it's not cheap, but if you continually just keep upgrading them positions, the prices will naturally fall down as well. Granted, there'll be more players to get in certain positions, but I think that team right there would be the winning formula for right now. So that's going to be all the teams. Let me know down below how you get on. Let me know your team. Give us your full 11 down below. And is one question, who's your favourite super sub at the moment? Take care. Peace.